What's up, guys? I'm actually in New Jersey in this Simmons Mall, and being a minimalist in a mall is kind of weird because I don't buy clothes in mall. As you can see, I mainly wear black to the T. I have a look of white that I throw in sometime and gray. When you become a minimalist, it's more or less, a mall is more or less like a trigger, but not a good trigger, a bad trigger, because me walking through the mall and seeing all these stores, it's almost like the stores them don't mean anything to me. The most important store in this mall for me is the Apple store, and we'll be going in there. I'm a content creator after all, so a computer store, especially an Apple store, is important to me because I am, in the Apple ecosystem, having iPhone, having a MacBook, and planning to get an Apple Watch and also an iPad. When you go through a mall like this and you see all of these stores, you feel like you want to buy stuff. I think persons come to the mall for more or less sightseeing sometime and just to get stuff. For me, walking through this mall, as I said earlier, is like I'm looking at all these stuff, but I'm not seeing them because I generally don't buy stuff in malls. I will go on Amazon and purchase whatever I need, and I don't need a lot in terms of clothes. I'm gonna say becoming a minimalist has redefined how I think about everything, not even just clothes, but for me, clothes and shoes and buying all of these things. I have decided to reduce the amount of clothes that I wear, or reduce the amount of clothes that I have, because mind you only can wear one clothes at a time, but you can have many clothes. Your closet can be filled with clothes, but you don't really need all that clothes as far as I see it. Well, I can't tell what you need, but from my perspective as a minimalist, I believe that a lot of persons have stuff that they don't need. Right now I'm in the Apple store. I'm checking out the MacBook Pros, the new MacBook Pros, the 14-inch and the 16-inch. The 14 inch is kind of tiny, but I can see why persons like the 14-inch because it is much more portable. The 16-inch on the other hand is more what I would go for based on what I do, but it's kind of huge and it's kind of heavy. So I don't know, man. The 14-inch versus the 16-inch. I just came back from the Apple store and I would say I'm in two minds. I love the portability of the 14-inch, but the 16-inch, based on how I'll be using it, might just be the right one for me. But the portability of the 14-inch is so crazy. Wow. The problem that I have with the 14-inch is that the thermal capabilities, because it's a smaller chassis and all of that, but I've heard a lot of good news about, the chip in it and all of that, and well, I don't know. I'm still making up my mind as it relates to which one to get when I do decide to get one, because I already have a MacBook, but I have a 2017 15-inch, and I'll be upgrading sometime soon, maybe in a couple months, I don't know. I think the reason why I'm going to end up picking the 16-inch over the 14-inch is because my setup at home is a minimalist setup. And because it's a minimalist setup, I'm not planning anytime soon to introduce a monitor. So having that 16-inch monitor, because it's the only monitor that I'm going to have, might be a better decision than having a 14-inch monitor. So that might be the deciding factor at the end of the day. And as I said, if I decide not to get a monitor, I'm also thinking about the new Mac Mini that might come out. As we know, Apple have an event in a couple of days, March 8th. And if that event, a Mac Mini come out, I might not release this video before that event, but if that event a Mac Mini comes out that is powerful enough and really good, I might then decide to get the Mac Mini and place it under my desk and just get a nice monitor and put on top of my desk. So my setup would still be minimal because you wouldn't see the Mac Mini at all. So it's just the monitor, keyboard and mouse, and the Mac Mini is placed under the desk. So I don't know, as I say, I'm in two minds. I'm still waiting, I'm still watching. I'm just waiting to see what Apple does next, and then I'll make the final decision. But Apple is doing some stuff right now for sure with their computer. Apple is killing it. These computers are very powerful, especially as their Final Cut editor. It's gonna be flying inside a Final Cut for sure. So I don't know.